So me, who grew up here, I'm asking you, a person from very far away, to please push your congressman to push to end the occupation, to actually let these people remain in their houses.
In May 2023, the American Friends Service Committee led a delegation of faith leaders on a journey to Palestine. Their mission to bear witness to the harsh realities of Israeli apartheid. Throughout their journey, they encountered a matrix of control that affected every aspect of daily life for Palestinians, systematically displacing and dispossessing Palestinians from their land, communities, resources, and culture. This video shares what the delegation witnessed and how they are working with Palestinians and Israelis to end Israeli apartheid, settler colonialism, and military occupation through the creation of Apartheid-Free Communities. On their first day together, the delegation walked from the old city of Jerusalem to an area in East Jerusalem called Sowan, where the Israeli government continues to evict Palestinians from their homes to make way for Israeli settlers. In the hills, the murals of the international art project Eyewitness Silwan depicted the eyes of local and international leaders, activists, and artists. Visible from tourist attractions and Israeli settlements, these eyes not only beckon viewers to bear witness to Palestinian displacement, but also dare to challenge occupying forces with their own gazes. Their message echoed throughout the journey. The stories of everyday Palestinians need to be seen and heard. Perhaps the most stark example of the fragmentation and isolation of Palestinian communities is the ongoing blockade of Gaza that began in 2007. Because the delegation was not able to get Israeli military-issued permits to enter Gaza, delegates connected with AFSC staff living in Gaza via Zoom to virtually tour the 25-mile stretch of land along the Mediterranean Sea. While speaking with staff about the work they are doing alongside local communities, Israeli F-16 fighter jets could be heard in the distance bombing Gaza. Despite the imminent threat, AFSC staff continued with the Zoom call and rejected the suggestions by the delegates to end the call and seek shelter. "Nowhere here is safe," replied the staff. The bombing will continue for 5 days, with the escalated military attacks resulting in the deaths of 34 Palestinians and 1 Israeli. The delegation's path led to El-Her, a Bedouin village in the South Hebron Hills of the West Bank that constantly faces the risk of demolition and displacement despite the residents having legal ownership of the land. The families of El-Her are descendants of Palestinians who were forced off their lands in Al-Arad and the Nakab Desert during the 1948 war. Since 2007, the Israeli army has repeatedly demolished their homes and infrastructure and restricted their access to lands for grazing their livestock.
If we ask everyone in El-Her what their dreams are, all of them will mention water, electricity, good house. We are not asking about jobs or travels or cars or money or whatever. We want to feel safe.
In Al-Arqib, a village in the northern Nakab Desert within Israel, the delegation met with Sheikh Saya Aturi and his son Aziz, who shared their struggle to remain on their historic lands and preserve their culture threatened by settler colonialism and repeated demolitions. Despite holding Israeli citizenship, the villagers of Al-Arqib and other Palestinian citizens of Israel don't necessarily fare any better than their Palestinian counterparts living under occupation.
No democracy. No democracy when we ask the government to recognize our area, our land. No, it's state land.
Al-Arqib has been demolished over 217 times since 2010. According to Mohammed Zaidan, former director of the Arab Association for Human Rights, apartheid for Palestinian citizens of Israel functions in 4 ways. 1. Legal direct discrimination, such as exclusive rights of Jewish people, including the nation-state law, the law of return, and the laws governing the use of land. 2. Legal indirect discrimination, including access to jobs and resources linked to military service. 3. Institutional discrimination, including the distribution of educational and community resources. 4. Public opinion, including discrimination encouraged in the public sphere in the rise of racist attacks against Palestinians. Since the year 2000, Israel has arrested 13,000 Palestinian children between the ages of 12 and 18. In the occupied West Bank, Israeli settlers are subject to Israeli civilian laws, while Palestinians live under military law. Over 600 children are under house arrest in Jerusalem. One such child is Shadi Hori, a 16-year-old student attending a Quaker school in Ramallah. The delegation met Shadi and his family while he remained under house arrest, 7 months after being beaten and dragged from his bedroom in the middle of the night, falsely accused of throwing stones. "They have turned our home into a prison," said Shadi's mother. Shadi was awaiting a court hearing the week we visited, and we asked if he and his family had hope. "When justice is on your side, you can't lose hope," said his grandmother. "We don't have the luxury to lose hope," his mother added. As the delegation's time drew to a close, the group toured the remains of the village of Ma'alul near Nazareth. During the creation of Israel, over 500 Palestinian villages were destroyed and approximately 750,000 Palestinians were forcibly removed. Ma'alul was one such village that was destroyed, and it serves as a haunting reminder of the foundation of displacement, destruction, and dispossession that the state of Israel was founded upon. Feeling the weight of all they had witnessed over the past week, the delegates left the tour of Ma'alul with an even stronger commitment to return home and tell the truth of what they witnessed and to empower their communities to take action to end this ongoing catastrophe. The situation in Palestine is dire. From 1948 to today, the state of Israel has been destroying lives, families, and whole communities. But together, we can join hands and rise up. Following the steadfast leadership of Palestinians themselves, together we can work to end apartheid and ensure freedom for the Palestinian people and all people. We invite you to join the American Friends Service Committee in signing the Apartheid-Free Communities Pledge, standing alongside a growing network of faith communities, nonprofits, businesses, and institutions committed to dismantling Israeli apartheid. Visit apartheid-free.org to take the pledge.